Now let's take a look at the situation with Livia, which is a little bit different. Now, physically, I have a very clear idea of this because we are talking about the church inside has been divided into areas. Some of them are the original church areas, and some of them have been rebuilt. So, for example, there is some office space in there that actually was just built into a larger room in the church with completely different and cheaper construction. Right? And so there are several areas like that. And the original archways and stone stairs, there are two kinds. The enormous stone stairs that everybody can see and are very open and crowds of people can go up and down them. But there are also these crazy little archways where the stone is so old that they're almost a little out of shape. And the ancient stone steps have been, are still, it's like a weird little passageway that you go through. And so there are different levels and things like that these archways and stairways go to. And some of them have been, somebody put paint on the steps long ago so that you could actually see the steps as you walk. You paint along the edge of the steps with white paint.
Or yellow.
Yes, exactly. But it's very old, and now it looks really crappy.
Okay.
So are you kind of getting the idea of the some of the details about the church that I can see when I think about it? Only a small part of it is really used as a church anymore. Even the great big main area that for centuries would be full of people, and that's where they would do the services. Now it is just a secondary chapel that they use for the church part. A much smaller section that was built long ago. Maybe it's where, in the ancient times, maybe that's where the monks had their own services that were much smaller and easier to manage, and and everything, and instead of the great big Sunday masses and things like that. But now this is the only part that's really a church anymore. So the place that I have in mind is where the place that I have in mind is exactly where you would come from the sort of athletic areas, which have some locker rooms and some cleared areas that are used for boxing and things like that. And you would move out of those areas and you would come into the areas that are more like some office space, but it's in a great big open church area. When I say open, it has a roof, but it is this huge area. But there are lots of doors and there are lots of little offices, and people go in and out of that area all the time to do things. So I'm talking about how you would come from kind of the more physical area into this more kind of walking, businessy kind of area, to some extent. So, okay, what this means is we need to take a look at what you are doing.
Like now?
Because, well, we know what you are doing. There is some kind of an argument with Omar. But yeah. I need to have a better idea of what this actually is. I need to have a better idea of what this actually is. What is you've handed me a kicker where your character has already made decisions.
Yeah, true.
And so really in many ways it's almost as though you've been writing. And that's not a very easy thing to do for me. We're not supposed to be writing. Sure. We're not supposed to be writing until we actually play. So there's almost too much going on, you know.
Yeah, I understand. I'm not sure that it was already a decision, but I think maybe I've seen like an argument about something very personal, and I think it could be about kids.
I see. Okay.
Like, she's really trying to, you know, have a normal life, but like, it's like there's no normal life. She believes that it's a normal life, and kids is something that is lacking. And
let me ask you, instead of negotiating about this and you describing it, why don't you just tell me what she is saying to Omar?
Because it's difficult. Okay, I have to think about it.
Well, this is what we're doing. We play our characters. We don't workshop a story. We don't set scenes in Sorcerer.
Okay, I think I want a kid.
Okay.
Like, now. I think I can't wait anymore.
Okay, so this is really the kicker, is wanting the child, I think.
No, I have a better idea. May I?
Sure.
I think I'm pregnant.
Okay. All right then. So this discussion, I would like to know, how are you going to be addressing this to Omar? Are you trying to take over how this goes so that whatever he thinks, he will do things the way you want? Or are you going to try to reach him on a very personal level so that the two of you can know what each other is feeling?
I think I'm thinking about this. I think it's my choice. Like,
tell me what you say to Omar. And I'm interested in which way you are going with this emotionally. Whether you are going to control or dominate the way he thinks, or if you are going to try to open up and find what he feels and how you feel.
And I want this kid with you. And I want to see his reaction.
I'm trying to say that I need more from you. How are you saying this to him? How are you connecting? What do you do?
Yeah, I see. I didn't think about this, so...
We are not writing a story. I just want to know what you think would work for this character.
Yeah, So, okay, I don't find the words, but I'm explaining that I made it on purpose without telling him. Now I'm confronting him, like, with my choice. And I'm waiting for his reaction, but that's what I told him right now. Like,
okay.
I made it. I didn't propose, and now I need you on that.
Right.
I'm kind of manipulating. Like, now I need you on this.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I see. Okay. In that case, you're going to be rolling your will. And so let's find your will, and you're going to roll to dominate his will.
Okay, so I have a very poor will, actually.
What are your character's scores?
I have 2 on will.
And I just want to give you an idea. Omar is a very Mediterranean-looking guy. He is not fancy at all. He is not fancy guy. He's not a He's not like a really handsome or pretty kind of guy, but he has a lot of. He looks very reliable. He looks very trustworthy. He looks steady. He looks like he is ready to take care of anything that comes along. And he doesn't look mean or violent. But he looks very physically competent. Right? He's a fighter guy. He knows he's calm, he's collected, and he can move very fast. So that's what he's like. So go ahead and roll your 2 dice. And I will roll mine.
Okay, I made 7.
Okay. It's not that bad a score, but he blinks back and says, "Is that what I am to you? I am just your stallion. I have provided you with this. Is that what you have been doing?" And he says, "Wait." He says, I don't like this." He says, "I have to think about this. You can't put this on me that way. We have to."
No, you don't think.
And so
you don't need to think.
Well, he says, "Really?" and looks at you. That's I see. I don't need to think. So
I'm getting closer to him when he says that. Like, no, I need you on this.
Right. And so, as you can see, based on the roll, Omar is definitely feeling, like not cooperative about this. He's defending himself mentally and emotionally from you right now. And so as you continue to get closer, he continues to try to move away. And so that means the two of you are kind of traveling. And that's when you go through one of those little archways and up onto a different level and into an area that's not as private as where you began to have this conversation. Right? And one of the people there says, "Oh, Livia, there you are. This woman wants you."
Not now.
And the okay. Are you even looking?
Yeah, I'm looking, but I'm kind of panicking. Right. I don't want to lose
this is one of those
from.
Right. There's I see. That's your mom. And so there you are in between two emotional stresses.
Okay, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yes, and so your mother. This is a very interesting moment.
Yeah.
I am going to have your mother make a roll, and it's going to be against your will.
Okay, I just stopped breathing. I just stopped to breathe.
Well, okay, but let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what she does, and then I'm going to make a roll, and you are going to have to roll dice as well. So she is going to say, she says, "I need the ring. I need the ring. That's all I need. Just give me the ring, and I'll go."
I just can't deal with this, so I'm like totally stunned, And I think I'm gonna try to lie. What are you talking about?
And she says, "Still lying," and takes a step forward toward you. "Still lying, always lying. Just stop." And here is where your demonic abilities are important. You are capable of projecting a degree of intimidation and also of perceiving social expectations.
Yeah, true. That's really what I
In
need
ways,
right
right,
now.
which is the most, which is something you're capable of doing. So therefore, let's remember, you are not just this character. You are a sorcerer, and you have these things going for you. You are in your place of power. You are here in the church. This whole place is your demon, after all.
True.
So therefore, you will be, first of all, rolling for Epiphany. You're going to be rolling 9 dice right now. Did you get any 10s?
No.
Any 9s?
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a 10.
Okay, good. All right. So you are able to perceive quite easily that your mother is not expecting any kind of. She is not trying to provoke a confrontation. This is not telepathy. You cannot tell exactly everything she feels. What you can perceive is what she expects of you, what she needs for you to do. And it is completely what she said. She really is there for the ring and has no other expectations of you. She's not trying to trick you into some other kind of reaction, you see. So that's one thing. The fact that she's unpleasant and is looking at you like she wants you to die right now, well, that's just normal for her. So, but that's one thing. Now, the other problem is that you are too upset. I also rolled for Omar. You are too upset to perceive him properly. You have no idea what Omar really is expecting from you socially here. From everybody else, they are expecting you to represent the church well to this outsider. That's what everyone else in the room is expecting. Right.
I can feel an expectation from Homer.
Right, but everybody else in the room expects you to be they expect you to handle this very easily and very calmly. They're used to you taking care of problems. If some criminal leader comes into the church and demands things, you handle it. When the police come to the church, you handle it. When the lawyers come to the church, you handle it.
Okay.
That's what they're used to. And that's what they expect from you.
Okay, so Mom, we can speak about this, but not here.
Okay. There's one more complication that will come in just a moment. But for the moment, but right now, let's shift back to Chloe.
Okay.
And as
Jesus.
right.